Welcome to Cool G Youth Radio. Today, well, we're here at CC Jackson's for a youth event for all the kids and some more stuff. And today, I am here with
Misean Kelly.
Well, I'm here with Misean Kelly. What do you do?
I am a hospital responder at Grace Medical Center.
Oh, you heard it here. Medical response at
Hospital responder at Grace Medical Center. I'm part of the violence response.
He's a part of the violence response unit.
Yeah, so if anybody come in, stabbed, shot, domestic violence, elderly abuse, family violence, assaulted, then I see them when they come in the hospital.
So you kind of like the helper that try to help them get through the times or try to heal them through the times that they go through.
Yeah. So Baltimore has a lot of trauma going on.
Most definitely.
Through all those things that I mentioned before. And one of the main things in our city is to try to prevent these from happening in the future. Try to deal with the ones that's going through the trauma at the present moment so they can stay on their mental pivot so they can be all right. Try to figure out if they're safe when they go back home. So a lot of people leave the hospital and go back into the same environment in which they left from, right? So we want to minimize them as far as them being re-injured, going back into the environment in which they came from. So we try to figure out their storyline, try to figure out why was they in the area at the time, what do they have going on in their life that we can kind of improve them upon, and then try to just send them into another environment where they can focus on being themselves, being great, not look at themselves as another victim. We're trying to help them heal through their trauma. And there's a lot of programs out here to help us help us assist the patients. And it's a program that's growing.
Center for Hope, I think.
Center for Hope, yeah. Center for Hope, dealing with Life Bridge Health. Also dealing with Monzi, Baltimore City.
I just talked to one of the co-workers. They said that they kind of help what you do. So they said they're somewhat the same domestic violence unit, but they help more with like the more like somewhat mental towards patients like.
Yeah, well, we definitely want to try to get them, because of trauma, we definitely want to try to get them into some type of counseling where they can talk. Get some things off their chest. And a lot of times you find out that it's not just this one incident that they have to talk about. They have to talk about other instances too, where they can help them get closer to healing from the trauma. I don't know if you know a lot of people that's been shot before or have an experience, but a lot of people that get shot, stabbed, or jumped, it's an embarrassment factor going to it. It's an anxiety factor. It's a fear factor that goes into it. It's a sense of survival that goes into it. It's a sense of retaliation that goes into it. A person is going through trauma trying to figure out which avenue do he wants to go down. So with us being around, we try to take those negative avenues out of his mind and lead him towards the most positive attitude, whether if they need to go back to school, whether if they need a job. We're basically trying to be a case manager from here on out, check up on them, be a case manager from here on out, to make sure they're still going down the right path. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But one thing I can say is that a lot of people that meet with us, they don't come back to the hospital being a victim again, because for some they learn that this is the end of the road. It's time to change my life.
Okay, so I got a question. So on top of that, what if you were in the same situation as them? Would you want to go to them? Would you want to go to what you did?
Say it one more. If I was in the same position as them?
Yeah, as the patient, would you want to be in the same position as them?
As far as meeting the hospital responder?
Yeah.
Yes. When I got shot, I didn't get to see a hospital responder, but I already had the education and I already had the tools and the mindset and the upbringing to move past what I was going through. I just probably needed to talk to a counselor to make sure that, you know, I'm on the right path. But definitely having it in the hospital at the time is a great seed to plant, and following up with them, you know, hopefully the flower will come, you know, once you keep watering it and talking to them, you know.
Well, it was nice to meet and talk with you.
Same here, it's cool. Misean.
Mazari, I'm not sure. I'm with
Mazon. It's like Amazon without the A.
All right. Well, it was nice meeting you, talking.
Same here. Nice to meet you too. Keep doing a good job, all right?
This is Coogee Radio. We'll get back with y'all soon.